So today we're going to be using systems of equations written in standard form to solve real-world problems. Our steps to do this are to first, obviously, read the problem. Second, identify the two variables. Third, write two equations that can be used to solve the system using elimination. 4, solve for one variable. 5, substitute the solution found in step 3 into each equation to find the solution for the other variable. And because it's a word problem, we should really take the next step and also write a sentence that answers the question. So taking a look at number 1, Jenna babysits and works at a coffee shop. 1 week she babysat for 4 hours and served coffee for 10 hours and earned a total of $127. Another week she babysat for 8 hours and served coffee for 8 hours and earned $140. How much does she make per hour at each job? So there's two things that she does. She babysits and she serves coffee. So those are our two variables. In the previous lessons, you've used X and Y, but in this case, we could use B and C, babysitting for B and C for coffee, to make it more obvious when we're solving the system of which variable represents which. So our first equation is found in the first sentence. She babysat for 4 hours, so let's say 4B, and she served coffee for 10 hours, so let's say 10C, for a total of $127. Our second equation is found in the second sentence. Another week she babysat for 8 hours, so 8B, plus she served coffee for 8 hours, so 8C, for a total of $140. So now we're going to use this system to solve for her hourly rate at each place. So as we can see, we don't have a pair of opposites. And to make the opposites, we're going to take the top equation and multiply it by -2. So we have negative 8B and positive 8B. So distributing that, I have negative 8B plus, excuse me, not plus, because we're multiplying by a negative. So minus 20C equals negative 254. Then underneath that, we bring over the other equation, 8B plus 8C equals 140. And now we can start to solve. So we have the B's that are going to cancel out. So negative 8B and positive 8B cancel out. Negative 20C and positive 8C give us negative 12C equals 254 minus 140, but it would be negative, so that's going to be 144. No, 114. Then we divide by negative 12 and divide by negative 12, giving us C equals $9.50. So she makes $9.50 per hour at the coffee shop. Now we got to plug that in and solve for how much she makes for babysitting. So we go back to the original equation, 4B plus 10 times 950 equals 127. So that's 4B plus 95 equals 127. Subtract the 95. We get 4B equals 32. Then we divide by 4 and divide by 4, and we get B equals $8. So now we know that she makes $9.50 per hour at the coffee shop and $8 per hour babysitting. Okay, let's go on to the second example. Mrs. Kiesler went shopping for rulers and scissors. She bought 30 items in all. Rulers cost 50 cents and scissors cost $1.25. She spent a total of $31.50. How many rulers and scissors did she buy? So her variables are rulers and scissors. So instead of using X and Y, let's use R and S. The first sentence gives us our first equation. It's not as clear as the first problem we went through, but it tells us that she bought 30 items in all. So we know she's buying rulers and scissors and bought 30 in total. So there's our first equation. Then the second one, we apply the price. We know that rulers cost 50 cents each. So 50 times R, 50 cents times R, plus scissors cost $1.25 each, so 1.25 S, for a total of $31.50. Now we can start to solve. So we know we have R plus S and then 50 cents and $1.25. What might be the easiest way to solve this is to multiply the top equation by negative 50 cents. So we're going to go ahead and distribute that 50 cents, which gives us negative 50 cents R minus 50 cents S equals negative 15. Bring the second equation over. 50 cents R plus $1.25 S equals $31.50. And now we can start eliminating a variable. So the 50 cents are going to cancel out. Negative 50 cents R plus 50 cents R is 0. Then $1.25 S minus 50 cents is going to be 75 cents S equals $31.50. Sorry, that 50 cents looks very messy. $31.50 minus 15 is going to be $16.50. Now we're divide by 75 cents. Divide by 75 cents. And S equals $22. So she purchased 22 scissors. Then we plug that back in, and the original equation is going to make this very easy to solve. So we know she's got 22 scissors, so R plus 22 equals a total of 30. Subtract the 22. R equals 8. So she purchased 8 rulers and 22 scissors. Okay, we're going to try one more example together before you're on your own. Mr. Haver went shopping for whiteboards and markers. He bought 40 items in all. Whiteboards cost $3 each and markers cost 50 cents each. He spent a total of $70. How many of each did he buy? So our variables in this case are whiteboards and markers. We know he bought a total of 40, so our first equation is W plus M equals 40, making it clear W is for whiteboards and M is for markers. Then underneath that, we apply the value, $3 per whiteboard plus 50 cents per marker equals a total of $70. Now we need to eliminate one of the variables. So we are going to go ahead and take the top one and multiply it. We can multiply it either by negative 50 or by negative 3. I prefer to work with a whole number, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply it by negative 3. So now my new system is negative 3W minus 3M equals negative 120. Then underneath that, 3W plus 50 cents times M equals 70. And we can start to eliminate. So the negative 3W and positive 3W cancel out. And then negative 3M plus 50 cents is going to be negative 250. M equals negative 120 plus 70 is going to be negative 50. divide by negative 250, divide by negative 250, and M equals 20 markers. Then we can take that 20 and plug it back in, which makes this really easy to solve. So M is 20, so we have W plus 20 equals 40. Subtract 20. And W also equals 20. So he purchased 20 whiteboards. And 20 markers. All right, so you're on your own now. Good luck with numbers 4 and 5.